Well, jury selection continues in the Daniel Penny trial. The former Marine is charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in the chokehold death of Jordan Neely on a Manhattan subway train last year. Witnesses say that victim was acting erratically.
A video shot by bystanders of the incident quickly went viral, and it opened up the debate surrounding safety on the subway. Joining us now is criminal defense attorney and former Manhattan prosecutor Duane St. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So let's talk about this video. I mean, it went viral. A lot of New Yorkers saw it. How do you think both sides are going to use that to their advantage?
I mean, the video, for lack of a better term, doesn't lie, and there's going to be witness testimony, too, from the people who are there to describe what you don't see in the video, because that video only captures a small period of time and a small angle. But they're both going to use it to say, hey, he overreacted, this is beyond the scope of what someone should do, and this is why he was negligent or reckless in doing so. And then the defense is going to say, no, you can see here, all that Penny was trying to do was subdue a man who was an imminent threat to those people on the subway.
Let's talk about that erratic behavior, because I feel like people have to deal with this day in and day out, especially on the subway. People have died from being pushed by mentally ill people on the tracks. This is not something new that New Yorkers are dealing with. So how will that, I guess, issue play into this trial?
Well, there's no doubt that the defense is going to try to portray New York as sort of a modern-day Gotham, where we needed a vigilante a la Batman to come and save the day. And that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's appropriate because that's their angle. They're going to want to use that juror who might not be a lifelong New Yorker, who might not have walked the streets of New York or ridden those subways, and put their head down or look forward and ignored all the noise around them, where the defense, the prosecution is going to come from a different angle and say, you know what? This is it. You have to look at the facts here, the evidence here. What may have happened in the past with other people, that's not what was occurring here. This was an overreaction.
You know, from our reporting, we do know that, Jordan Neely did have a lengthy criminal rap sheet. I mean, how does the law work? I mean, can they use some of that into this trial?
Yeah, I don't listen. I trust Max Wiley, who's the judge, who's an incredible judge, and he was a prosecutor beforehand. He knows the law, and I don't think that really is, for the most part, appropriate. Because again, you're looking on that island, for lack of a better term, and what was happening in that moment, whether or not Jordan Neely did some horrible thing in the past, or whether or not he was convicted of crimes or charged with crimes, what was he doing in that moment? Was there an imminent danger? Was it he threw that item down on the ground, and what he said about going to jail as alleged? Did that cause the reaction from Penny to use that chokehold? So the past is the past. It's not relevant to that moment. And
you don't think it could be used maybe for a mental health argument that he was trying to defend himself and the other people on the subway train?
Well, yeah, but again, what did Jordan Neely know? Pardon me, I apologize. What did Daniel Penny know in that moment? What did he observe? What was that imminent threat? What were the words used by Jordan Neely? What were the actions? Did he come in close proximity to people? So that's why it's so important beyond that video to hear from those people on the subway. That is far more important than whether or not he suffered from mental health, though came to in a system that's irrelevant.
A question to the other people involved in that video, though. There was a couple other, I guess, individuals helping Daniel hold him down. So is there any kind of consequences for them, or what's going on with that?
Well, the theory would be that they were acting in concert, but this is not an intentional crime. This is either reckless or negligent, criminally negligent, as he's charged. So they're witnesses more than they are anything else. You would not see them charged after the fact. If there was some angle, if you will, to charge them, that would have happened already. So I would not expect that at all.
Very interesting. All right, Duane St, appreciate your expertise. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And the 6 o'clock news continues.